Hey y'all, it's Stacey from SouthernBite.com. Welcome back to the kitchen. Let me show you how to make my simple cucumber and onion salad. And to start, we're gonna talk about cucumbers. Now, you're likely to head to the grocery store and you're gonna see probably 3 different options when it comes to cucumbers. You're gonna see an English cucumber like this that is almost always wrapped in plastic. It has a very thin skin and it's wrapped in plastic to protect it. The most common that you're probably gonna see is a slicing cucumber or a garden cucumber. These are often waxed and they have a very thick skin, so you're gonna wanna make sure that you peel that. My preference, however, is a Kirby cucumber. These are the bumpy little cucumbers that you often see used in pickling. They have a very thin skin, a mild flavor. The seeds are very thin and small, and so this really is my preference. The reason that I like this too is because oftentimes what I will do is I will leave a little hint of that green peel on here just to add a little color to the salad. And using a cucumber that has a really thin skin means that we're not gonna notice that chew when we're enjoying this salad, so I like to use these Kirby cucumbers. You're gonna need about 5 or 6 of these smaller ones or 2 or 3 of the larger ones. And then I'm just gonna give these a slice. I've also got about a half of a sweet onion here. A Vidalia or another variety of sweet onion will work just fine. I'm gonna put all this in my bowl here, and you can see leaving that peel adds just a nice bright green color. Add my onion there, and you can slice that however you wish. The dressing is super simple. I've got about half a cup of plain white vinegar. I've got about half a cup of water. I've got 2 teaspoons of regular granulated sugar, a teaspoon of salt, and I'm gonna use about 1 clove of fresh garlic that I've minced and just kind of whisk that together until most of that dissolves. I'm also gonna add some fresh black pepper. And of course, I don't have a measurement for black pepper because this is one of those things that you just kind of measure with your heart. A lot of people like a lot of black pepper with salads like this, and I think that's a perfectly acceptable way to measure. This is gonna go right over our cucumbers here. Just gonna give these a toss to get all that dressing coated onto our cucumbers and our onions. And then I'm gonna pop this in the fridge for about an hour just to allow all those flavors to develop. This is a great salad to have on hand throughout the summer when cucumbers are fresh and crunchy and delicious. And it's just one of those things that's the perfect side to just about anything. Folks, you can find this full easy recipe and tons of tips about how you can adapt this salad by adding things like tomatoes and fresh herbs by heading over to the website at SouthernBite.com. Just head to the homepage and we've got a big Simply Southern TV section right there at the beginning. Y'all enjoy.
Stacey has a variation of this dish on his website that includes tomatoes. People sometimes call that one fire and ice salad.
Now, if that variation doesn't interest you, there are others available. You can add herbs, change up the oil, try a store-bought dressing, or change the amount of pepper you include. The important thing to note is it's very versatile.
And all those variations are available at SouthernBite.com. And you can find farmers who grow all that local produce by visiting sweetgrownalabama.org. And a big thanks to Sweet Grown Alabama for sponsoring today's recipe. And thanks to all of you for joining us today. We hope you will again next week as we introduce you to Alabama's nominee for Southeastern Farmer of the Year.
And we'll visit Landmark Park in Southeast Alabama, where preserving the way life used to be is the top priority. I'm Mary Wilson.
And I'm Kevin Worthington. We'll talk to you then.